Hello folks and welcome along to RTG TV where we're here for the Monday tier, sorry. Uh, this is season 14, round 9, and we're here at Silverstone where it is absolutely lashing it down here tonight, folks. The length of this track is 5.891 kilometres or 3.66 miles. And it's going to be intermediate tyres for qualifying, which works out absolutely perfectly because the last time we were here in season 14, round 4 on Thursday, Pippo Kennedy actually got the fastest time in qualifying at 134.631. So we're going to be able to see that be beaten here tonight. Right now we're seeing cars leaving the garages now. And so who is it that's going to be first out on track? It was Matthew who's going to be first to get a lap in, and by the looks of things. But right now we're going to have a look at the standings right now. We're going to go over the constructors' standings right now. It's going to be McLaren who's on top with 204 points. Alfa Romeo is sitting in second with 171 points. Mercedes just not far behind on 161 points, and there's Red Bull on 141. Williams 96. Alpha Tauri are on 91. 83 points for the Aston Martins. 76 for Haas. Ferrari have got 60 points and Alpine have 29 points. And then having a wee rundown of the drivers here, we've got Josh who's leading the pack away by quite some distance here and on 171 points, and he could actually clinch the title here, and it could be impossible for Prodigy or Nice Job Mate. I'm not sure if Nice Job Mate can catch up, but we will soon see. But we've got Josh on 171 points, Prodigy on 132 points, 128 points for Nice Job Mate. Paul Jones is on 96, Chuckle is on 80, Chuck is on 80, sorry, Chuckle is on 76, same with the Racer. RC Racer. Pippo Kennedy is on 61, Looneyman on 59, Danny is on 51, and Royal Rumble is on 40 points. But we've seen here that Matthew has just started his lap and he's just coming around entry onto the Wellington straight here, and now coming down into Brooklands and Luffield. And then he's going to have to try and get on the power very gently there and managing to keep the traction there as he's coming around Woodcut now. And then he's going to have a small lift for here as he's coming into Cops there. Nicely done, manages to just keep it in between the white lines there. And then into Maggots, and then Beckett's here. Right-hander, seeing how he's going to do it. He's managing. Oh, he gets a little bit slippery coming into Chapel, and he spins it. Unfortunately, doesn't manage to keep the car going in the straight line. So who is it that's next? Was it GTR? No, it was Tiny. He's just coming around Stone now. He's going to be the first one to settle up. And then coming into the final section now of Vale, and then Club, and he puts on the time of 138.269. So still a way off of the time that was the fastest previously. 2 seconds. Wet to light rain in quali, dry race. Right, so we've had that little bit of information there. Thank you for that, Danny. So that's what we're going to be going on. Josh McGill getting a 137 137.633. One watch though is going to be Pippo Kennedy. We'll jump on board with him for a moment. He's just coming around sector 1 now, and the track is looking quite slippery out there. As he's coming around Aintree, and there's not going to be any DRS. However, we'll look at that rear wing. It stays nice and closed for optimum grip. Anybody there in the comment section, can you please let me know if my mic settings are all good? If there's any echoing or anything, let me know. Be much appreciated. But now, as Pippo Kennedy's coming into Cops, remembering a few an incident happened there just recently in the past. It was quite an extravagant one. Now into Maggots and then Beckett's. And then he's going to have to come to the left-hander Chapel, and he just fluffs it, just not able to get the optimum grip that's needed. And it looks like the rain is actually getting heavier. Nope, all good. Perfect, Danny. Much appreciated. We see Prodigy putting in a 137 on the dot there. About just under 3/10 quicker than RC Racer at the moment. We'll see who's going to be next to settle up. Got the Aston Martin of Woodyman just coming around the final corner now. Coming to the line. Welcome along anybody that has just joined. Woodyman just put in a 138.5. Nice time from him there, man. Just put him into 7th place. Chuck's just coming around Chapel now. He's going to just shot right up there in the 4th place, 137.5. Having we look further back, so Chuck in the Red Bull is going to be the only one who's still yet to settle up that is on a flying lap at the moment. Let's see how he is going to do. You see a yellow flag in sector 2. Is that someone who's maybe run out of fuel? Not sure, but Chuck ends up going 3rd with a 137.554. Not bad from him. He's about half a second off of Prodigy at the moment. Oh, who's that that's around? That's Matthew. Whereabouts even is that? Oh, that was just as he was about to start a lap, I think. We'll go along anyone else who has just joined. So is Matty just starting a lap? Yes, he is. So we've got Paul Jones here on a lap. He's one that's still yet to set a time. We're seeing quite a big difference in times at the moment. As we're going up, so it's 137 for Prodigy, and then moving down to even 12th place, it's a 139.120. So it's a little bit different in terms of time. You always do tend to see that in terms of weather, with it being a bit bigger of a difference. But we're going to see how things are going to go with Paul Jones. As he's, I think he just went off there. I could be wrong though. The angle did look like he went off the track, but as he's just went around Maggots and now Beckett's now. I've seen a few people slip up here just recently, and he brings the car right out on the exit of Beckett's and takes quite a shallow line going into Chapel, now into Stowe. He's just got a few corners left to go. We've got 18 turns here. He's at turn 17. He's just got one more to go. Keep it on the track now. We'll see what time. Oh, nearly fluffed it there going into the last corner. 137.718. And I reckon that could have been possibly like a time that Matthew just set and went 5th with a 137.413. Unfortunately, Paul Jones only managed 37.718. Danny, you going out the pits yet? You're the only one that's still yet to set a time. So we'll see the reserve of Bugatti Sloven. He's backed out of his lap, so Winnieman, is he on a lap? Yes, he is. Just coming around the village now into the loop. It's this left-hander. It's more than 90 degrees. Now, Chuck sets the fastest time, 1:37.859. Nicely done from Chuck. Goes over 2/10 quicker there to slot it on provisional pole position. You're too scared, Danny. Come on, it's going to be all or nothing here. What's the worst that happens? You crash it and you start last anyway. Yeah, we'll have a wee look and see where's Josh McGill. He's up there. Nice job, Ginge. He's on an lap right now, so Bugatti Sloven is going to be the next one up unless... Oh, GTR going a little bit wide there on the exit of Village. So who was it up? It was Looneyman, sorry. Looneyman just coming out of Stowe there and he's went and backed off into the pits. So who is it that was next? It's Josh McGill, the leader in the championship right now, sitting on 171 points. Is he going to make it 172? He's trying to get that slipstream from the Red Bull. Oh, I think that was Chuck there. Now into turn 16 of Vale. Turn 17 and 18 for Club, and that's the right to the line. What time's he going to be able to put in? A 1:36.030. That puts him on provisional pole and absolutely smashes Chuck's time there in the Red Bull with a 1:36.859. So now we've got a nice job, mate, coming to the line. Time's he going to be able to put in even quicker, a 1:35.608. I'm speechless right now. We've already beat it by over a second now on Bugatti's, Pipple's time, sorry, from Thursday GTR. He's crashed coming out of Club on his way to finish a lap, so he's going to be starting at least 15th, depending on what Prof would be able to do. He's not going to have a lot of time if he's needing to get into the pits and get a refueling. Danny coming out the pits now, so we're starting to see a few people jumping out onto the track right now. It's getting a little bit busy. We've only got 4 people in the pits right now, and that's Bugatti Sloven, RC Racer, Ginge and Chuck. Oh, and Prodigy spins it coming out of Aintree there onto the Wellington Straight. Pushing a little bit too hard there from the Mercedes, man. So we've only got 3 minutes and 30 on the clock left here in qualifying, and that's for you to start your final lap, of course. And we'll have that 3 minutes where you are able to finish your lap. Of course, 3 minutes is a bit long. Matthew on a lap now. Chuckle unfortunately invalidated Pipple Kennedy. He's on a lap right now. Well, having a look, Prodigy, he is unfortunately fourth. I think he's... Oh no, he's on his old lap now. On his final up now, but right now we've got Tiny, who's sitting down in 12th position with the 138.269. He's going to have to get better than that. I see as he's coming into sector 3. He's 2 seconds up on his time right now, so this could be a possible, if he just finds 4/10 here in this final sector, he'd be able to get that provisional pole position and be able to get into first place and get above. Nice job, mate. He's only got one more corner to go. Let's see, what is he going to be able to do? Is he going to be able to do it? Yes, he does. 135.555. Absolutely smashing time from the Ferrari. Nice job, mate. Is going to have to answer back there. Same with Josh McGill, who is sitting about half a second back on Tiny. Going further down now, Prodigy, whereabouts is he? He's just come down into Brooklands and Lowfield right now. Having a wee look further down, we'll be able to see who is going to be up. RC Racer, he's just starting his lap right now. We'll have a wee look further back and see who's going to be the next one to start his lap. Oh, and that's Royal Rumble. He's actually put it up into 4th position with 136.845. Nicely done from him. But unfortunately, he has spun it. Chuck the man who sat on provisional pole just not too long ago, and he's sitting down in 5th. Is he going to be able to come back and have an answer for the 4 guys who've done a quicker lap than him? Who's that? That's Prodigy coming to the end of his lap, and there's an Aston Martin that is just ahead of him of Looney Man, so we'll keep a wee eye on Looney Man. Is he going to be able to jump up? Yes, he does. He jumps up to 4th place with 136.030, but Prodigy with a 134.806. This track really is drying up quite quickly here, as we could see the times getting quicker and quicker, and Tiny, he is just coming into the pits. Nice job, mate. Is he going to be able to get around in time? Yes, he should. Josh McGill's just coming on to start his lap now. Looking further back though, there's a Mercedes of Ginge just came across the line. He puts it on provisional 2nd. That's both Mercedes in the 1st and 2nd, but RC Racer puts in the 134.1. That's 7/10 quicker. Well, moving further down, who's going to be up next? We've got the McLaren. Oh, nice job, mate. Just about to start his lap. He's just made it in the nick of time. We'll look further back. Who is going to be Guy Sloven, who's going to be next up? I think it's going to be the Williams of possibly Paul Jones, who's just coming around still, but coming around club right now is Bugatti Sloven, who puts it on the 4th position. Looking further back, there's Paul Jones just coming into the final section of Vale and Club now. Around the final corner, struggling for grip, fighting that car as much as possible, and that could have been a possible 2nd position for the Williams man, but unfortunately he only manages to get it into 4th with a 134.880. Up next is going to be Looney Man, I think. Yep, Looney Man puts on 4th with 134.879. And who was that? There was a Mercedes there. I think that was Prodigy just finishing up 134.490. Actually went quicker. Pippo Kennedy though to the line. What time is he going to be able to put on? A 134.605. Ginge, what's he going to be able to do? Is he going to be finishing this his lap? Is it going to be improving? A 134.472 goes ahead of his teammate there and moves up into 3rd position. Who is up next? Chuckle still got some time to go. We've got the Haas, and who is the Haas? That was a different one. Nice job, mate. Goes quick as the only person into the 133s. Absolutely smashing it there, and he's going to get that extra point for pole position. Absolutely smashing qualifying there, getting quicker and quicker as the time went on. So McLaren on a nice job, mate. Manages to get that 1st position with a 133.983. Right, the closing moments, right when the track was drying up. RC Racer getting that 2nd position, and right at the end there, Matthew in third in the Alpine with a 134.317. Then it was fourth with Josh McGill. Then it was Ginge, Prodigy, Pippo Kennedy. Then it was Looney Man, Paul Jones, Bugatti, Chuck, Chuckle, Tiny, Danny, Royal Rumble, GTR, and then Prof. So, just having the final countdown now where we're going to be moving on to the main race, which is going to be 26 laps of racing around this 3.660 mile track. Now looking at the skies is going to be sunny Silverstone here, and we know that this is most likely going to be a one-stop, unless of course it's maybe safety cars come into play at one point, but that could all change. But we're seeing here a lot of people opting for the hard compounds, only a couple on the mediums. Of course, we've got the C3, C2 and C1 tyres for soft, medium and hard. Soft tyres, I would say, could go up to about 12 laps, but of course that is them right off, and the mediums up to 17 and the hards up to 19. So there's not really much difference between the mediums and the hards. Big difference there in the drop off of the soft tyres though. So we'll have a wee quick look again at the final lot. So top four's going on the mediums, and same with Looney Man and Pippo Kennedy, who's sitting 6th and 7th. We've got Royal Rumble, who's deciding to start on the mediums, down in 15th. So a little bit of a mix here. Paul Jones also opting for the medium tyres. Oh, Josh McGill switching back to the hards. Interesting. Another quick peek. Seeing Ginger's up for the mediums now, and Chuckle and Prof. So they will have the quicker jump off the line compared to these hard runners, and will be a little bit better in the open stages of the race. Yeah? What? What? Right, folks, I do apologise. It seems I've been doing this on mute this whole time, and I do apologise, but looking at it, I was, yeah, I just realised I was speaking to myself this whole time. But, sorry, I just had a brain fart there. But RC Racer managing to stick behind Josh McGill here. Oh, is this a switch here? Paul Jones will going for that move. He's going to go for the move around the outside here, and there's a little bit of contact there, I think. But unfortunately, it doesn't manage to get that optimum line. And he has to stick back in behind Ginge at the back in fifth place. Tiny getting right close to the back of Pippo Kennedy. Is he going to be able to make the move this time? He's got plenty more battery, that Ferrari, but is that going to be enough? Is he going to be able to utilise it? He's going to have to try it, but he isn't going to be able to. He has to sort of back out of it and try and save that battery as much as possible. Chuck, though, not able to get past his brother Chuckle, who is just behind him in the championship by 4 points. Got Paul Jones here. Is he going to be able to get the move done at this lap? He's going to be jumping into that slipstream now. He's not going to be using much of the battery, so we can't expect anything there from him. Looking back, so Tiny's finally managed to make that move, but he's going to be having Pippo Kennedy fighting him back. But nicely done there from the Ferrari man, managing to get past Tiny, and now he's up into 9th place, and he's the highest driver on them hard compound tyres. We're going to look at the gap to the leader. It's sitting at 7.1 seconds. So that could possibly go against him later on, but I think there's a safety car that comes out later on in the race after everyone's pit, that could be music to his ears, as yeah, this is the longest pit lane on the calendar, I think, and from your speed limit, from where you have to hit the pit limiter, it's going to be 38 seconds until you could release that again, and that's from line to line. We'll have a wee quick look further up. This is the battle for second place. That gap stabilising at about 1.92 seconds between Nice Job and Josh McGill. We've got this battle between the Haas and the Alfa Romeo, battle now for second place. We'll see how this is going to go. Is RC Racer going to go for it? I don't think he is right now. He's saving that battery. Josh McGill being a little bit vulnerable with the battery. The Mercedes swapping places there, Ginge getting past Prodigy there, and it seems they're trying to work together to try and stay ahead. It's going to be a bit difficult to try and catch up to the runners up the front, as it's a 3.5 second gap up ahead. So it's going to be a bit of a tough one for them to achieve. It's going to be possibly one in the pit lane. As we look further up, are we going to see RC Racer go for a move here? They'll be still sitting quite closely behind though. He's not wanting to stress them tyres too much. Just sitting nice and close behind. Going further back though. We've seen these gaps here just stay pretty much the same. And none of them are switching. Chuckle looked like he was getting right close to the back of Paul Jones there though. Paul Jones right close to the back of the Mercedes of Prodigy there. He's just behind his teammate of Ginge, just ahead of him. He's not going for a move, but Prodigy is moving back ahead of his teammate here. Let's see if there's going to be any more. Nope, it doesn't seem to be any more action from the back. Tiny still sticking close to that Red Bull of Chuck in 8th position. So we're going to move further back up the field. As RC Racer might be still sitting quite close. He's still content and just trailing behind for now. Just saving that battery up as much as possible. Oh, but Tiny and Chuck are battling it out now. The Ferrari versus the Red Bull. Going back to a good few years ago now. Back in real life F1 that is. Oh, and Tiny managing to slip it up the inside of Klops there. Absolutely smashing move there. That goes to show you that a Ferrari could do that, but a Mercedes can't. Paul Jones here, could he possibly be close enough for a movement? He's deciding against it. But we look further up, RC Racer. Still content and sitting quite close behind. Oh, and we're seeing our first pit, and that's Prodigy on the mediums and Chuck who's on the softs. So that's actually quite interesting there. Now Paul Jones is going to be the one that is right behind Ginge, and he's going to want to try and take care of him as quickly as possible and try and get the jump on Prodigy. And then, well, he'll be ahead of Ginge, so get the jump on him there. Prodigy, so we'll see where he is going to be able to coming out, which is possibly going to be, yeah, it's going to be 14th and 15th. He's going to be moving further up. We've got Paul Jones, so still trying to get up there. He's using a little bit of that battery coming out of left field there. Trying to stick right close to him, trying to set up the move. Going down into Stowe, sorry. Trying to keep up with them as they're going around Maggots and Beckett's, and now Chappell, he's right close to them. We are most definitely going to see a move there. He moves out of the slipstream. DRS wide open, using that battery to full effect there. And now he's up in the 4th place, going into Stowe. And now he is going to have to try and book it as much as possible to try and create that gap that he's going to be needing for against Prodigy. Ginge into the pits now. And so is Chuckle and Winnieman. Also Royal Rumble. We're going to see any more people into the pits this lap. RC Racer still quite content in sitting behind his Alfa Romeo rival, who's sitting in 2nd place right now. So we're seeing the gaps sort of open up a little. Chuckle though, is he going to be going for a move? Nope, he has a wee peek down the inside of Brooklands there. It looks like he's giving him Winnieman a little love tap. Is he going to go for the move around the outside? Oh, I was thinking he was going to go for the switchback, but he is around Woodcut now, and he's going to be having the inside line for Cops. And the Winnieman has no option but to back out of that there. Absolutely smashing driving there from the McLaren of Chuckle. We're seeing who's that? Nice job, mate, and RC Racer into the pits. So Josh McGill is the leader right now, and he's going to have to absolutely smash it and try and pull away. Pippo Kennedy sitting right behind that Ferrari of Tiny, and has Tiny got the DRS from Paul Jones? No, he hasn't. So this is allowing Pippo Kennedy to catch up. And it was seen there, that was a nice job, mate. And RC Racer out of the pits now. And there's a gap between them of 2.9 seconds. We've also got noted that the only person to receive a penalty right now is Ginge, and if I remember right, that was 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. As you see here, we're at that sort of middle ground. You could see some hard runners possibly coming into the pits in the next sort of 5-ish laps, maybe even. Not much battling. Josh McGill into the pits. It looked like Paul Jones was the way to go and Tiny was the way to go and pop in there, but Paul Jones comes in. We'll see who else is going to be coming into the pits. This is anyone else. Don't expect Bugatti or Danny to jump in. We'll see Paul Jones and Josh McGill will most likely be on the hard spare. Is Josh McGill going to come out? We'll have a wee look, and there's a nice job, mate. He's just coming around first corner now, and that's going to be Josh McGill just coming up, and he manages to just slip in ahead of RC Racer. He just manages to get the inside line into Village, but he's going to be left vulnerable due to the DRS. Actually, no, he is. It's not quite them tyres warmed up enough, and that's going to be a little bit of a bother. Seeing that gap ahead of him sitting at 2.6 seconds there. When you look up to the leaders though, seeing Pippo Kennedy still sitting behind. Prodigy. Prodigy's round. Oh, he's in the gravel at Brooklands. And don't know what happened there, unfortunately. And has he beached it? Nope, I have no idea what has happened, but he's disqualified anyway for being parked in a dangerous location. Ginge coming up, he's looking at Chuck there, and he could possibly be going for a move here. Is he going to be using that battery? Yes, he is using that battery. He moves out of the slipstream, moving to the left hand side. He's going to have the outside line for Stowe, or forget that. He's going to have the line for Stowe, and we're seeing a few people coming into the pit line now. Tiny, Pipplekendi, Bugatti, and Danny. I would have thought Danny and Bugatti would have been out a little bit longer than that, maybe, but no, actually, that's actually perfect. Sorry, my mistake. About 12 laps, it's perfect for the mediums, that is. Oh, further look up ahead. RC Racer could possibly be going for a move. Is he going to go for it? No, he's going to be waiting a little longer. Josh McGill sitting pretty in second place. Nice job, mate. Absolutely flying off into the distance. He's got a 3 second gap almost to second place. Probably look further back. Doesn't seem that anybody's close enough to go for a move just yet, except from Paul Jones possibly. He's getting ever closer. We've seen this battle for fourth place really heating up the road within half a second of each other. And could we possibly see a double overtake here from one driver or the other? DRS is wide open for the pair of them. And we see Paul Jones is slipping to the left hand side. Chuck is going to the right hand side. Chuck is going to have the inside line, but Paul Jones doesn't care, and he manages to wing it around the outside and manages to get that fourth position there. Nicely done there from Paul Jones. Chuck unfortunately not managing to gain a position. Ginge losing 2 positions. Paul Jones putting in the fastest lap of 128.589. That's going to be the fastest lap time to beat at the moment. So, having a wee look further up, RC Racer still not even attempted to go into the move. He's just making sure he just sticks within that DRS, not bothering to go for it as of yet. Royal Rumble getting a 3 second time penalty in for. Oh, that's going to be a little bit of a downer. Danny getting a 3 second time penalty as well. And it's unfortunate that you can't serve these ones in the pit lane, so even if they did pit, they wouldn't be able to get them took off. When we look further up, actually, nope, still sitting nicely ahead, but that gap has closed it down between first and second place. It's closed down by almost a second in the closing moments. Tiny managing to get the fastest lap there, and did miss that from Choco getting a 5 second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, but it seems that he has had enough. Well, going on to the fastest lap, Tiny managing to get the fastest lap of 128.427. It looks like he could be going for a move here. Yes, he is on Ginge. Moves to the left hand side for the inside of Brooklands, but Ginge is still fighting back. He's going to have the inside line for Luffield, and Chuck Tiny is having to go the long way around, but he's going to switch back as they're coming into Woodcup. He's going to have the inside line for Cops. He's going to have to try and push it as far ahead as he possibly can. Oh, a little bit of a touch there from Ginge, but Tiny manages to make it past, and he is on a charge, and he's got the Red Bull of Chuck just ahead of him, and he's going to have DRS on the Red Bull. We see he's moving to the right hand side. He's going to have the inside line for Stowe, but that ain't going to matter anyway, as he manages to make up that place easily before the corner, before even the braking zone. Nicely done. Bugatti Sloven and Looneyman swamp places. Bugatti on that better yellow walled tyre. Three-second time penalty for Looneyman. Oh, Danny's retired. Safety car. Safety car. Oh, no. This is making things interesting. So we've got a safety car here on lap 18. It will catch drivers up on lap 19. 5-second time penalty for GTR for speeding in the pit lane. And we'll see, you can see how slow this pit lane really is and how long it is. So having some more comments coming in. Nice job, mate. Go for Slovakia and Bugatti as well. So what, nice mate. Nice job, and Bugatti got a fan out there. So nicely there. Danny leaving the session there. So everyone has pit for a set of softs except GTR, who's went on to the medium compound tyres, which is it's ill-advised, we'll say, at the closing stages of the race. And to all the folks listening out there who have stuck around from the start or even tuned back in from the start of the race, I do apologise for the first 6 laps of racing where I was on mute, unfortunately, and I didn't realise. So yes, please do forgive me for that. But safety car, lap 19, we're probably going to have it for another lap or two anyway. Well, a lap anyway. 2 laps unsure about, so not going to do much racing up till now. Now, going into this little final, it looks like that Josh McGill has won the title then. I'm unsure, but I could be wrong. He could be just far enough away into the distance right now to just manage to procure that win up to now, with Prodigy being disqualified anyway. Nice job, mate. He's 4 points behind Prodigy. Unsure if he's going to be able to make an impact. So we're seeing Prof is still catching up to the back of the pack, and we see a bit of a swap there. That's a bit weird. Prof has actually came back into the pits. He's only going to be losing one place if that's a fact. So if he did come into the pits, he was sitting at 12th, just ahead of GT Ord. So he's only lost one place. Got a fresh set of softs on now, from the ones that he'd been on for a few, like a lap or two longer. So welcome back, or welcome folks who have just tuned in there. Please like, share and subscribe. It would be much appreciated, as it helps our channel grow more. And as we see, safety car is in this lap. We're going to be starting to get racing again, and it's going to be a nice job, mate, who's going to be leading us away. Josh McGill, they're getting really eager to get going again. As you see, safety car's just rounding Stowe right now. We're going to get ready to get underway right now. Oh, and there's a 5-second penalty for Tiny for a collision with Paul Jones. And it's up to nice job, mate, to decide when we get going again. When is he going to go? He's gone now. That's it, he's gone. And he is going to be getting us underway. He went quite early as he's getting into Vale, sorry. And he's managed to make quite a gap here. We're only going to have a couple of laps of DRS available, so folks are going to have to try and get around their rivals quite quickly before that DRS does open up again. We're seeing a few people here who have got time penalties right now. We'll have a wee quick look at that right now. 5-second time penalty for Tiny, who just got that during that safety car there. 3 seconds for Royal Rumble and Looneyman, who are sitting in 10th and 11th. GT Ord is sitting on 5 seconds worth of penalties right now. We'll have a wee quick look at position changes. Tiny managing to get up 8 positions there. Absolutely smashing from him in the closing stages. Oh, and seeing Prof managing to get past GT Ord there as they were coming into Maggots there. Nicely done from him as Looneyman going to try and attempt an overtake going into Stowe. He's having a little peek down the inside, but no cigar. Besides against it, we're seeing this pack here for the lead. Still really closely bunched up. The top 6 here in all different teams of McLaren, Alfa Romeo, Haas, Williams, Ferrari and a Red Bull. Pebble Kennedy dropping back a second and a half up to now, so yeah, there's a bit of a gap there between the two Red Bulls here. It's nothing like real life, really. Perez unfortunately doing quite, yeah, we'll not go into that right now. We'll have no look further back. No battling it out just yet. They're playing it nice and patient, waiting for that DRS, waiting for that opportunity. Seems some of them are actually using their battery a bit more, but nice job. And Josh McGill seem to be in a league of their own right now, as they've only used a little bit of their battery. They're managing to stay ahead and stay at that consistent speed quite nicely. There's going to be no DRS just yet until the next lap, until they cross that start-finish line. There we go, we've had that message from Race Control to tell us that DRS is now enabled. Josh McGill is going to have his start his attempt getting past. Nice job, mate, who's been sitting pretty in the lead from the start of this Grand Prix, just managing to be a commanding force and pull away from the whole pack, essentially. Josh McGill's still just sitting nicely there and just waiting for that opportunity, as he doesn't want nice job, mate, to be able to attack back, so he's going to be a little bit more strategic and trying to leave it to a little bit of the later stages. RC Racer here, he is nicely here, but is he going to go for it? Josh McGill, yep, he's got too much speed there on the McLaren, and he actually goes for it, backs out, allows a nice job, mate, to get that position back, but RC Racer is going for it. Nobody decides better against it for now. He's going to go for the overtake at Vale. Paul Jones still sitting quite close behind in that 4th position. And then we've got Tiny just behind that. Chuck has unfortunately fell off with that battery dropping right off. He's not got any of that ERS left. There's going to be, if we look on board from Purple Kennedy, we'll be able to see that light flashing away in just a few moments' time. There we go, it's at 13%. As soon as that goes below that 10% limit, we'll look back and we'll see it flashing just before he brakes. There we go, we'll see it just flash a little peak there, and then that signals that the driver ahead is low on battery or driving slower than the rest. So it does actually impact you quite a considerable amount. As you see, the gap between Chuck and Tiny has fell off quite considerably in the closing few laps. As you see, it's now 3 seconds gap between Tiny and Chuck right now. Moving further up, so Paul Jones, is he going to go for it? He's having the wheel look, he's moving to the left hand side. He's going to have the outside line, but RC Racer is fighting back. He's going to have the inside line going into Vale here, and he manages to get it done nicely there. Paul Jones is up to 3rd place here. He's sitting pretty in 4th position right now for the Drivers' Championship. There's going to be 96 points he's on right now. After this, I am unsure how much he's going to be on, but he could possibly be sitting still in 4th position, not too far, quite a distance away from Chuck and Chuckle after that. We're on the penultimate lap now, and Josh McGill is still sitting at 10th behind. RC Racer and Tiny actually battling out here. Tiny's going to have the inside line for Laffield, and he manages to get that place off RC Racer, and RC Racer's just going backwards now. And you could see it's because he has no battery left, and that's what it is. He isn't able to fight back, but Tiny gets that 3-second time penalty. So RC Racer isn't too fussed about that. He's just going to have to sit pretty in 5th there and just stay close to Tiny, and he's going to enable him to get 4th, just keep it within the white lines. Josh McGill still going for the move down the outside of Stone. No, he isn't. He's still sitting nicely there. Purple Kennedy and Chuck there swapping places after Chuck being held up from his teammate in the early stages of the Grand Prix. Oh, and you see Tiny's around going into club. Oh, and there's that barrier there that's going to be a right hindrance to him. Josh McGill getting a 3-second time penalty on. No, this is nice jobs, mate. Nicest jobs in the bag now. And it's going to be Paul Jones, RC Racer, for 2nd place, it seems. But that could all change, and it all depends on what happens here. As you see, nice job, mate. It's actually got a red flashing indicator for his fuel, so he could possibly run out of fuel. Having we look through the rest of the field, we've got GTR who is actually running low on fuel also, so we'll keep an eye on. Nice job, mate. So if you see his performance drop off in the closing moments. When we look further down, we could see Ginge possibly going for a move here on Chuck, but Chuck's going to still have that DRS just ahead. Looking further up though, nope, he decides better against it. Going back down to Chuck. Oh, he was going to go for a move there on his teammate. When we look further back, Prof on Royal Rumble used up all that battery there. But going back to the leader, nice job, mate. Crosses the line. He started on pole. He gets the win. Nicely done there from him. Paul Jones comes home in second, third for RC Racer. Josh McGill managed to get second place on the track, but unfortunately with that time penalty that ends up sending him down the field a little. Then after that was Pippo Kennedy in fifth. Sixth was Chuck. Seventh. Went a little bit too quick for me. Oh well. We'll have a wee quick proper rundown in just a moment. There we go, the podium. There we go, nice job, mate. Paul Jones and RC Racer there up on the podium. Nicely done from them. Moving on to the final results now. We've got a nice job, mate, who manages to get that win. Paul Jones coming home in second and also getting that fastest lap, coming from ninth on the grid. Third place was RC Racer. And then it was Josh McGill in fourth, unfortunately getting that penalty near the end. Pippo Kennedy in fifth. Chuck was in sixth. Seventh was Ginge. Eighth was Bugatti Sloven. Then it was Looneyman in ninth. Unfortunately for him, getting a time penalty also. Didn't affect him until Prof was in 10th. 11th was Royal Rumble. GT Ord was in 12th. And 13th was Tiny. Danny, Chuckle, Prodigy and Matthew all did not finish this race. And there was one who was disqualified, I'm not sure. But yeah, so that is it for the end of the British Grand Prix. We'll have a wee quick look and see what is it this next week is going to be. Abu Dhabi for next week, and for Thursday it's going to be Kota. So catch us on Thursday, usual time, 8 o'clock, for the Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix. And from me, it is peace out.